Celebrating a Bas Mitzvah. A girl reaches 12 years of age, becomes obligated in Torah and mitzvahs like an adult, and it obviously seems to be a cause for celebration. So what exactly is the deal with making celebratory parties and meals in honor of a Bas Mitzvah? Should it be done? Should it not be done? What was the Jewish tradition throughout the ages? What is the new tradition? And what is the proper approach between the past and the present in terms of balancing a celebratory occasion in honor of the Bas Mitzvah? So just as a boy becomes obligated in mitzvahs in age 13, so too a girl becomes obligated in mitzvahs a year earlier when she becomes 12 years old, due to the fact that she has an added level of maturity, bini yisayir nisal isha. Therefore, a girl begins her obligatory status of guarding Torah and mitzvahs already a year prior at age 12. So is recorded in the Mishnah, Nida 45b, regarding the issue of Nedarim. So is recorded in the Rambam and the Shulchanaruchharav, in Orach Chaim and Even HaEzer, regarding different issues of halacha, that it begins for a girl from age 12. The Alter Rebbe in the Shulchanaruch Madura Basa 4.2 writes that the reason why a girl at age 12 and a boy at age 13 begins the acceptance of Torah and mitzvahs is because that's when the godly soul, the holy soul, fully penetrates and completes its entrance into the girl's body or boy's body. And therefore, from that age and onwards, they are obligated in fulfillment of Torah and mitzvahs. So based on all this, it seems it's a great time for celebration. And in fact, for these reasons, we celebrate a bar mitzvah very greatly. As the Zohar states that it should be celebrated even similar to a wedding. And thus we find throughout history and in the Poskim discussions regarding the celebratory feast held in honor of a bar mitzvah, and it's considered a sudas mitzvah, celebrating the fact that now this Jewish individual has joined, this Jewish boy and girl has joined the ranks of Klal Yisrael in fulfilling Torah mitzvah, serving Hashem and fulfilling the divine mission of creation. Likewise, it shows one's excitement in serving Hashem through holding a celebratory meal. Accordingly, it would seem that just like boys hold bar mitzvah celebrations at age 13, so too girls should hold bas mitzvah celebrations at age 12. There's absolutely no difference in the reason and cause for the celebration. Nonetheless, despite the logical conclusion, this is not what tradition has followed. Traditionally, throughout all the generations of Judaism, from Moses on Sinai until the last 100 years, while bar mitzvahs were celebrated lavishly, bas mitzvahs were never celebrated, at least not in a public celebration. And we find no discussion in Poskim in this regard, even though they discussed various halachic details regarding the meal of a bar mitzvah. What's the reason that they did not celebrate bas mitzvahs? We don't exactly know. As we said, it's not even discussed. But perhaps this is due to reasons of tznius, as the pasuk says, Kol kvuda bas melech pnima. A woman is meant to be modest in her home and to make a very extravagant and protruding occasion and celebration may oppose this idea, this theme of Kol kvuda bas melech pnima. Other reasons have also been suggested by later authorities, but nonetheless, whether or not we have a clear answer for this question or don't have a clear answer, the tradition always was not to make a celebratory occasion meal for the Bas Mitzvah. So what happened? Who changed it? When did it change? And should it be changed? In the early 1900s, the conservative and later the reform movements initiated the Bas Mitzvah celebration, and they spread it to the populace with a clear motive of spreading equality between men and women in Judaism. So obviously, due to this reason and other reasons, as we will mention, the Poskim, the Rabbanim, the Gdei Yisrael of that time, came out vehemently against the change of tradition, against the reform and conservative movements' initiation of the Bas Mitzvah celebration, and prohibited it. We find a number of Poskim Tshuvas who discuss this matter. In the Tshuva of the Zakan Aaron 1.6, he opposes it based on the fact that it's came from the reform and conservative movements who oppose Torah, and that one who follows like them and makes celebrations transgresses the biblical prohibition of the Chukosayim Leisei Leichu. The Zakan Aaron took what you can say the most severe approach towards this celebration. Others, however, more moderately opposed it, such as the Igros Moshe in a number of Tshuvas says that it doesn't have any mitzvah status whatsoever, and it's considered a Sudas Rishus, just a regular party, like you make a birthday party, even though it's not forbidden, just like it's not forbidden to make a birthday party, it doesn't have any holiness to it. And he even suggested that if it was his decision, he would nullify it, as it brings with it a lot of michsholim, a lot of transgressions and Torah mitzvahs during these parties, as was apparent in those days and even today in certain circles. The Ktseis HaShulchan, the famous Chabad Pesach of Avram Chaim Noah, likewise wrote an article opposing it, on the basic fact that if our forefathers didn't do it, there must be a reason, and who are we to come and make changes? Nonetheless, with time passing, the celebratory occasion of a Bas Mitzvah began creeping in even to the Orthodox circles, until it has become today almost a set tradition, even amongst Orthodoxy, to celebrate the occasion with a festivity, with a celebration, a meal, and the like. What was the Rebbe's approach and other halachic authorities' opinion on this matter in today's generation? So while it's clear from various letters of the Rebbe that he opposed the over-extravagant manner of celebration of a Bas Mitzvah, and in no way it should be similar to a Bar Mitzvah celebration, so wrote the Rebbe in Nirgas Kodesh 17-237 and in other places, nonetheless, the Rebbe did consent to having a small celebration, a modest celebration performed, and this is especially in light of the directive that the Rebbe gave regarding birthdays in general, that one should take the opportunity to celebrate with friends and family and sing thanks to Hashem. And certainly then on the honor of a Bas Mitzvah, one should certainly make note of the occasion with a celebratory gathering, although not to the same level at all as a Bar Mitzvah. So was also the approach of Rav Ovadia Yosef in Yechaveh Das 269 and the Sri De'esh in 393, that while making it similar to Bar Mitzvah is not appropriate, as we explained, it is a good thing to mark the date and thus initiate the girl into the keeping of Torah and mitzvahs with this celebration. So to summarize, one should mark the day of a Bas Mitzvah by making a small and modest celebration to further strengthen the girl's commitment to Torah and mitzvahs. It should not become a Vanity Fair party, not become similar to Bar Mitzvah, should not transgress any Yisurim of Halacha, and being that in many schools they have guidelines regarding Bas Mitzvah celebrations, the pupils, the students in those schools should follow the directives of the school regarding these matters.
Thank you for listening to Shulchanaruchharav.com. Our free services of making Torah knowledge available to the public depends on donors like you. Please help us continue our work through making even a small contribution at Shulchanaruchharav.com under the Daily Halacha Dedication section or in the subscription page. Also, check out our online courses and many sefarim available for purchase that will both enhance your Torah knowledge and help support our work.